forced the government to release her in September 1917. So everyone had heard this particular statement that Annie Besant had been arrested. Now the UPSC just went another step ahead in asking that in retaliation to the arrest of Annie Besant, what was the step taken by Mr. Subramania Iyer? Okay, so he is going to renounce his knighthood, okay, in retaliation to the arrest of Annie Besant. Okay, so that was asked by the UPSC. So just look at this. Means where an aspirant stops reading, the UPSC knows that the aspirant has stopped reading here. So just one step ahead, the UPSC asked the questions. And that is what was associated with this particular thing. Okay. Later on, the British also prohibited the students from attending political meetings, and Tilak was barred from attending Punjab, from going to Punjab. Now, why the agitation faded out by the time period of 1917-1918? Why did it fade out? The reason for its fading out is because by the time period of 1917-18, okay, the effective organization that it was started with, it started to reduce. Okay, haphazard things were being done. Later on, communal riots were also witnessed. Now, Home Rule movement was a movement which led to strengthening of nationalism. However, by the time period of 1917-18, okay, a lot of communal tensions had also crept in. So when now people were divided on the basis of communalistic lines, automatically nationalism reduced. And because nationalism will reduce, the home rule movement will also reduce. And the most important was that at this point of time, Tilak also had to go abroad. Tilak went abroad, okay. And here the movement, then it was left leaderless. Now, why did Tilak go abroad in the year of 1917-18 is that there was an European who had called in his book, he had called Tilak a terrorist. So Tilak, he had gone abroad to fight a case against that person. Okay, to fight a legal case against that person. So when Tilak Sahab, he is going to go outside of India, at that point of time, what is going to happen is that the movement is going to remain leaderless. And Annie Besant, she was not that effective in giving the leadership to the people. Okay, so that was one criticism that is there. And the last is here by the time period of 1917, okay, the particular viceroy, okay, there was one particular person known as Montagu. Okay, there was this one person known as Montagu. Okay, he is going to give a statement in the year of 1917 that we are going to bring in more reforms. Okay, so it was similar, a classic carrot and stick policy that was yet again adopted, like the 1907 time period. So when the nationalistic movements, they were on the rise, so the Britishers yet again announced in 1917 that they are going to bring in a reforms. And by the time period of this telling, yet again the nationalistic ranks, they got divided, because when such a statement was made that we shall be bringing the reforms, okay, and in the year of 1919 that particular reforms are going to be known as Montford reforms. Okay, Montford reforms, wherein it could also be known as Montagu-Chelmsford reform. So they were the viceroy and the secretary of state at that point of time. So the Montagu-Chelmsford reforms is going to be there at that point of time. So in the year of 1917 it was announced, and now yet again the nationalistic ranks, they are going to think that because now we are getting the particular the reforms, so why to continue the particular movement? So let's just stop the movement. Okay, so this was yet another factor that led to the decline of the home rule movement. And by the time period of 1918, the home rule movement had already declined, okay, at a major level. All right. So my dear friends, this was the home rule movement. So what I want you to do is that along with the home rule movement and the sessions that we are looking into, I want you to look at it from a contemporary lens. That means During 1905, what all are the things that are going to happen? During the home rule movement, okay, along with the home rule movement, what are the other activities that happened? That means, how was the situation turning out in the Congress, okay, that led to the coming of Lucknow Pact. And during that point of time only, what was World War I? And during the time period of 1916 only, even Gandhiji was there in India. So what was he doing? Okay, so you need to look into all of these facts in a contemporary manner, and you need to correlate it, because history is all about correlation. If you are able to correlate it, trust me, my dear friends, if you have gone through the PYQs, you will understand what I mean. Because UPSC requires correlation in history. If you are unable to correlate, trust me, you will not be able to solve the questions. History can be easily solved. History can be gotten as accurate. The questions can be accurately solved. The only thing that is required is correlation with an analytical logical ability to conceptually, to implement the conceptually understood topics. So you need analysis, you need logic, you need conceptual understanding of the topics, and you need to correlate, and then you will get the answers as accurate. Okay, so just do not focus on rote learning, but rather focus on understanding the things in history. That is what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to correlate things in a contemporary manner, in a chronological manner, in a timeline manner. So with this session, with this, I shall thank every one of you for watching me, for watching Civils 360. I'll see you up in the next session. Stay safe, take care guys, study well. Thank you and Jai Hind.